Most people have heard of Plato's Allegory of the Cave, but they treat it like it's some philosophical bedtime story. Symbolic, abstract, maybe a little deep, but not something that applies to real life. That's a mistake, because this one metaphor, written over 2,000 years ago, explains everything about why society is broken, why people are blind to it, and why telling the truth is usually going to get you attacked. Here's the core of it. Imagine people trapped in a cave from birth. They're chained, facing a wall. Behind them is a fire. And between the fire and the prisoners are objects being moved around, casting shadows. The prisoners can't turn their heads. All they see are the shadows. And to them, that is reality. That's all they know. That's all they've ever seen. The shadows are their news, their science, their identity, their sense of the world. Now imagine one prisoner breaks free. He turns around. He sees the fire, the objects, the trick. At first he's blinded, confused, angry, but eventually he climbs out of the cave, and outside for the first time he sees the sun. He sees what's actually real. Then he goes back down. And that's where it gets dark, because when he tries to tell the others what he saw, they laugh, they insult him, they say he's lost his mind. And if he pushes it, they kill him. That's not just a theory, that's how this world works. When you unplug from the illusions, whether it's the media, the school system, the financial circus, cultural narratives, and you start talking about what's really going on, people don't thank you, they attack you. Not because you're wrong, but because you're threatening their comfort, their belief, their cage, their box. Most people don't want truth, they want familiarity. They want permission to stay asleep and call it intelligence. That's why the allegory hits harder now than it ever did. Today's cave is more sophisticated. The shadows come in 4K. They scroll endlessly. They reward conformity and punish independent thought. They convince you freedom means choosing between two brands of the same lie. They distract you with endless stimulation so you never turn around and ask, who's casting these shadows and why? Even worse, people defend the cave. They mock anyone who leaves it. They laugh at the conspiracy theorists, scoff at alternative thinkers, and call truth dangerous or antisocial. But what's more dangerous? Seeing the system for what it is or blindly following it into collective ruin? Most of the world is still in the cave. They live and die watching shadows, trusting narratives written by people who profit from their blindness. And if you break free, don't expect applause. Expect isolation, resistance. Expect the loneliness that comes with seeing what others refuse to. But also expect clarity, strength, and sovereignty, because outside the cave you finally get to live by your own mind, not by borrowed illusions. So, the question is simple. Do you want to stay where it's comfortable, surrounded by shadows and lies? Or do you want to face the light, harsh, blinding, but real? Your eyes will adjust. Because once you've seen the fire, you can't unsee it. And once you've seen the sun, you don't go back. Humanfluence, out.